series. It was a slaughter to start us out. I can't even underestimate that. I can't overstate how hard Dusty won game one. Vanir, they need to forget that game. We're just playing 4 games of League of Legends now. Let's figure out a game plan. And I think this draft is better suited for them.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think, like you say, agree. I'm kind of happy for Vanir that game happened in game 1 as opposed to something like game 3, game 4.
Oh, they're doing it again.
Yeah, Venza this time, rocket jump over, slow down on Kevo.
Yeah, getting a little bit, but...
That's a flash.
That is a flash. Beautiful. Okay, that's really nice for them in lane. Obviously, Alistair, very famously has a pretty awful level 1. Now no flash on their support, but there is an invade on the other side from Vanir, so they will get some information on Viking, on his rotations, to see exactly what's going on with that. And that actually is something we want for Noodle, because Noodle wants to try maybe catch Viking off guard like he did in the last game. This time, it's not so important that he goes bot lane early.
No, it's not. And unlike game 1 as well, Vanir, they didn't really get too much information out of when Dusty went for one of these invades.
Yeah.
I think for Viking, though, starting on the top side, most likely, he's not going to care if he's on vision. Now that Kevo doesn't have flash, I don't think he's going to be too fast. FGG set up with Venza. It's a lot to handle, and there's no cleanse on Kevo. It's exhaust because they want to play for the 2v2. You get hit by anything, you just die. So let's see how Kevo and Quicksef want to play out the lane, of course. Not talk like you said as well. Level 1, it's just not really there for Alistair. It's all about level 2 onwards. FGG's engages can be denied, but I think for the immediate future, priority should be in Dusty's favor.
Well, FGG now got the remount, so does have that to work with onto Quicksef or Kevo. I feel punishing him may be fairly nice. They have obviously got the exhaust and ignite for Vanir. It's a cleanse on Venza, so you have to kind of keep that a little bit in mind, but they are lacking technically in that kind of combat area. So let's play about top lane. The Gnar versus the Aatrox. How does this lane go?
Yeah, so this is a matchup I feel like it depends on who you ask. It's one of these lanes where, in theory, Nile should take priority in the early stages because of the range versus melee. But then from there, it's all about sort of Aatrox's sort of spikes in lane, where it's like level 5, level 6, 2 big ones, 3 points in Q. Obviously, you get level 6 to get your ultimate, and then trading / all-ins become possible. But again, it's more on Nile, really, how he lanes and how he trades.
Yeah.
More than anything, because he's going to be the one that gets to pick and choose more or less how these fights occur. As unfortunately, Zahira just missed all 3 of those creeps. I don't think he's going to be too happy about that. But this is a lane where, like Nymera highlighted, there should be pretty much consistent priority for Vanir, and more specifically Noodle to actually work off of. I was relatively surprised when Barkton took this Akali, knowing he'll be taking it to Zahira's right, simply because historically it's a matchup that, for lack of a better way of saying it really, it sucks for the Akali. You can always just bounce the spell fluxes into the minion wave. If Akali's shrouded in the middle of it, you can always lock it down with the Rune Prison. It's very difficult as...
Noodle's got that ghost, so can actually catch up fairly quickly. Looking for it, Quicksef's got the flash, the polv. Venza and FGG are aware of him, though. They've also got their jungler coming down, so this might be a little bit of a bait, although Viking's been seen. They're jumping in. Noodle's going to have to go away. There's the flash. Remember, nothing on Kevo. Kevo's flashing out. Venza jumps out with a rocket jump, just about gets away. Viking comes in to save the day. Noodle seeing if he can find more, but not going to be able to do so. Dusty find first blood.
I understand the thought process here for Vanir, as Barklin's going to eat a real nasty trade. 2 more autos in it. I think Barklin would have dropped there, but we'll just take the reset and probably have to TP it back into lane. You have to be the ones that respond to Dusty being proactive, because as soon as that combination is down from Quicksef, who the hell stops FGG from doing what he just did to Kevo? The answer is nobody, and that's why we've seen him just die in that 3v3.
They're desperately trying to shove this wave in.
Yeah.
They're actually bringing Zahira down as well. He's spotted out. Viking actually didn't reset. This is a 4-man into the bottom side. Elif has teleport, so can actually get underneath this tower if he needs to. They're charging in. They're jumping on. Quicksef popped up, popped by the bomb. Venza finds the kill. So Zahira's taking tower shot after tower shot. And Noodle's on the wrong side of the map, but he might be able to get a little bit more damage. The snip, the haircuts are there. But FGG will run him down as Backland's making his way over. Can he find the punish? Kevo still not got that flash. Does have the exhaust. They get the shuriken can flip back, buying some space. The lockdown, in comes Venza. Kevo is going down yet again. No, it's so close. The overload won't do the damage. Dusty are just clapping Vanir underneath their tower.
Oh, and it's Vanir that engaged this dive, Jake. They're the ones that wanted it. And Dusty turned it around. Viking, great presence of mind. Looks at the mid lane state and says, okay, Sahira has a window to come down and roam to the bottom side, also aided by the Skullcrab vision. And the dive just doesn't go right. Quicksef takes one too many tower shots, gets CC. Sahira eats 2 stacked up tower shots and has to retreat. And Noodle is just unfortunately on the opposite side. Does manage to trade in Viking for his life at the very least, and FGG does kind of steal away the kill from Venza. But at the end of the day, still happy with the results of the dive, and Kevo with the, what is it, attract repel? I think that
yes, it is attract repel.
Able to give FGG the stun, and whilst it is very close and nearly traded out, Venza has the health bar to walk into Kevo's face. And now
look at that base as well, double longsword and Berserker's Greaves off that. 2-0-2. Got the very slight farm lead, but it will grow once he gets back to the wave. And now Noodle. It was all about Noodle coming into this game. That was the person who was highlighted to me. 20% damage share for his team. And just having to play very careful because FGG and Viking are just roaming around his jungle.
Yeah.
Is there more action breaking out here?
Potentially, but I think they should be able to just walk away from one another though. Noodle face checking. It's FGG. Gonna just hex flash over the wall. And much like game 1, Dusty find themselves with a fairly sizable, at 6 minutes, lead. Not quite as big as game 1, but still...
Yeah. Still terrifying.
You want to be in, and fortunately, if there's one thing that will work out for the Vanir bot lane, Tristana is a champion that can't really freeze waves too well. Of course, the explosive charge does kill more creeps than you'd maybe like per war attack, but Viking, he's here for a repeat gang.
Oh, this bot lane are just having the worst series. The Roam Warp's coming in, but Quicksef will go down. Venza grabs himself a cheeseburger and he's out.
He is out indeed. Venza might be able to have an early dinner if the series goes this way.
Just see a player like their Uber Eats is on the way.
They've got a takeaway they're waiting for. As Barkland going to be able to take down that control ward. Dusty probably eyeing up this dragon relatively soon. Try and get the objective snowball going as soon as possible. And there you go, Viking. We'll just get this one slide up. Now, Noodle's in the air and does have level 6, but no smite available. About 20 seconds or so left on that cooldown. Could look to interrupt this as Viking. He's taking a lot of damage, but will heal up off smite. But actually, Noodle has the upgraded smite, so if they can buy time here, it's not too terrible.
He's got 6 as well. Viking does this, so the needlework doing a lot of work, slowing them down.
All right.
Vanir going to pick up this first dragon. This is actually 2 games they've secured first dragon in this series. But gold lead is a little bit scary, and where that gold is a little bit scary. Ven's on the Tristana, got himself a 1,100 gold lead over Kevo. Gonna go back to base here. I think that was like 1,100 gold he just spent, so
something like
I believe that's
so
probably
Noon Quiver.
Noon Quiver and maybe a little bit else. Oh no, he got pickaxe.
All right, that makes sense too. Highest raw stats I think he could have gotten, considering if you think about like this, he's already got the Halo Blade. He just wants extra AD for the trades.
Oh yeah, I agree.
He jumps in. I think it's a good choice.
Top lane's been a little bit quiet.
Yeah.
Lily probably saying, guys, what's happening down there? The true top lane experience.
It really is the top lane experience, especially as Gangplank players. I think we experience this the most, don't we?
Well, I'm a GP mid, you know that.
Yeah.
I'm a bit different.
You're a bit different. You are. But back on this game, I think obviously the next focus is going to be the Herald. And as we were just highlighting the top lane very briefly, I think the top lane wave states aren't really going to matter. It's going to be about who gets first move from bottom lane. And right now, that's always going to be Venza and FGG. As 2v2 is looking to brew here.
Yeah, they are looking jumping onto him. Elif flashes away. Nilly gets Vanir back onto 2.
Oh, no.
Stormbringer thrown down, but Nilly will pay the ultimate price. Can Noodle make this work? I do not think he can. Top lane experience ended up being the bot lane experience. Everybody collapses in, and 2 people fall.
Oh, it's just not working out. Anything Vanir want to do, Dusty just throw it back in their face immediately. And it's just probably getting to a point where for Vanir, this might just feel frustrating. As it starts off not too bad. Alif able to pop the World Ender and get almost far enough away to get away from the Gnar. But the issue is when Nile goes in for that Gnar, he's sat underneath tower, eats 2 tower shots, too much damage to tank up. Doesn't have the sustain that Alif does when he hits the abilities. And Noodle, unfortunately, just a victim of a play that doesn't quite go their way execution-wise.
No, completely bit them in the bum there. And that's now going to be a Rift Herald. I believe the third one Dusty have picked up in the last 2 games. In the pocket of Viking. We'll see where they decide to put that down. Probably bot lane.
If you had to guess. And
I feel like just get Venza fed.
he's already fed, so get him more fed.
Get him fedder.
Get him fedder.
He's in one of those, like, eat as much as you can in such a short period of time challenges, and you get your money off. Like, eat the big burger in half an hour.
Well, normally those places only operate in the morning, so if he's lucky, he might still be able to get to one in the evening if we continue this way. But yeah, I agree. I think Herald, probably the bot lane. You want to try and break the tower. Venza, FGG, I think at a moment's notice, really, can start to chunk out the tower to a point where they can just execute with the Herald. Or they might just go for a dive.
It's a volley bear. He can turn the tower off.
Yeah.
Ultimate actually came out from Kevo there, but
Not going to matter.
it's not going to matter at all. Quicksef may look for something. He has got Zahira hovering with the ultimate ready.
So if there is one positive thing, albeit Barkland can always respond to teleport, Zahira should always have first move from the mid lane down to these plays. So it can dissuade Viking from getting a little bit too aggressive with this Rift Herald on the bottom side. The issue is, I'm not sure he cares.
No, I don't think he does at all.
Zahira will just reset in fog, and this could, you know, kind of create a false sense of pressure from Dusty. As you can see, the ward comes over the wall just maybe to cover maybe a rotation. I'm pretty sure somebody from Vanir saw that. And the patrol will come in just to clear that away.
Oh, it doesn't mean Noodle will be unspotted as he weaves his way over, as long as he doesn't go through the river directly. Has got that ghost again available. Viking got a nice little flank off here.
Yeah.
See what he's actually going to do with it, whether or not this is just him scouting or if he's actually looking for a very long gank.
It's a corridor of fog at the end of the day. I mean, he's not been spotted on any vision. Barkland, the exact same, just teleported back to lane. And if something does kick off...
Yeah, they are looking for FGG. FGG actually gets bopped away, and remember, they can turn the tower off. They have the volley bear. Viking just can clear out this vision. The tower will stand though. Sorry, the Rift Herald.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lot of time being bought. Nile, Aleph trading here. I mean, Wellbender can get popped. Ooh.
Does get popped, but he finds the knockup with the Darkened Blade. In comes the Realm Warp, though. Zahira flashes, locks him in with the Rune Prison. Sustained from Aleph. Almost got that one. But Zahira gets it.
If that second Darkened Blade went off.
That was it.
That was probably a dead mini-nart.
Oh no.
And a reset as here you go, the dive finally happens.
Tower's turned off. Venza's bobbed back and he secures the kill. Quicksef will lock him under the tower, but FGG is the one tanking. Another slow, another reset, and Venza gets a double.
Noodle.
In comes Noodle though. Venza needs to make his way out. I don't know if he can get it though. The needle works there. The reposition from Venza as FGG on a killing spree. Teleport by Nilly.
Oh, Nilly, what are you doing here?
He's about to gnar out though. This could be the hero play. Nilly comes in. Can he get it? Can he find the opportunity? Gets the boulder onto Viking. Viking slowed. In comes the shield. Another boulder is going to connect. Nearly didn't get the Gnar in time. Backline zoning them away. FGG.
Oh, they can turn.
FGG is going to get turned around. He's just about to go down, but he survives. Zahira gets a massive amount of damage. Backline with the flash. Oh my lord, Dusty. They can't keep getting away with this.
Dusty on these tower dives, man. They just can't die.
They don't look dusty. They look polished. They look clean with these dives.
Very, very well oiled. And now Aleph on the top side, he's getting plays to himself as well. So, I mean, the only bad thing to come from this for Dusty is they didn't get to drop the Rift Herald anywhere. That's about it. After that,
I think Elif's going to take tower.
He's going to take the value, the base value at the very least, with the Herald. And, I mean, yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be able to stop that Herald charge anyway. So they're going to get the tower in the delayed play. Vanir, if there's any silver lining at all, they have 2 dragons. Will they be strong enough to contest it? I don't know. This dive was as crisp as you could have really asked for. So many tools. I mean, just gravity well, turn off
FGG tanks
the tower,
so
FGG
long
tower.
as well.
Yeah, it's just a really well executed dive, and Noodle just looking for scraps. There's just nothing he can really.
If there was a flash here on Nilly, this could have been the hero play.
I think he just needed ultimate, to be honest with you, and this teleport makes a little more sense, all in all. But I mean, it does stop the entire tower getting dropped.
I didn't realize he missed his ult.
Who?
Nilly. It's on cooldown. He missed his ult in that.
I don't think he did. I think it was off cooldown from the topside play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Barkland, great job as well. Flash away just to ensure that he doesn't get any more follow-up damage after taking down Sahira. And Venza, now that the plates have come off, will just take this tower happily either way. And what a performance from Dusty.
This is absolutely incredible stuff from them. Tower picked up for Venza. That is the first of the game. Oh, sorry, second. They took top lane, obviously, with the Rift Tower. Second tower of the game. Over to Dusty, all in the pocket of Venza. Can we have a quick look at the gold, please?
Oh,
where we are?
That's...
Oh, Kevo is... I would love to know the total amount of gold he's been down in the last 2 games, because that's probably bigger than some teams just lose with.
I will say that it's probably a stat we can ask for, because we can get the match history, I think. But
we'll try and find out about that.
We'll try and find out about it, maybe. Either way, it's going to be close to 5 digits, given the pacing of this. As a top lane, Nile is forced to flash away from a potential gank on the side lane 15 minutes in. Map's going to open up a little bit now with those side lane towers being down, and this is where maybe the pace can slow down for Dusty unless they find more picks.
Oh, Noodle, sorry, they find the knock up onto 2 members. That's actually the Stormbringer thrown down by Viking. Elif tanking up for the moment. He's just about able to survive. Gets another knock up, more Dark and Blade healing. Elif finds the kill, and now Kevo will pay the price. Elif gets himself a double kill, looking for the triple, but it's going to get taken away. The Everfrost will do diddly squat for you, Sahira. Everybody is chasing him down. Can he find these bounces? I don't think he can. He has no tower. He's going to look for Elif, but Elif's going to find him. The sustain is too big. Gets another lockdown with the Rune Prison, but these overloads are missing. Sahira's getting the bounce, getting the dump around. Can he get the damage? I don't think so. A Polar Bear will take him down.
Level 11 Aatrox with World Ender healing with no anti-heal. It's so disgusting, and honestly, Vanir, they almost get the damage in. I think it's auto Gore Drinker. Heal, the Ignite drops off as that second Dark and Blade comes in, and 542 on the 3rd Q there onto Kevo. And the collapse as well, it just comes in faster from Dusty. Nothing else to really say. Vanir just weren't able to find the initial picks and have that momentum swing in their favor. And Alif almost goes down to the damage. Misses out on the Gore Drinker healing, but fortunately has the backup in Viking and FGG to ensure that nobody dies again via a Dusty skirmish.
Dusty, they just came to play. I thought this, I genuinely believed this was going to be a 5-game series.
So did I.
And I mean, there's still room, but Dusty are putting a lot of work into making sure this is a very quick day, because they're just so crisp. This is a team who are very connected in what they're doing. All of the plays seem to be lined up and happening at the same time. The communication seems to be very clear. And Vanir, on the other hand, it seems like desperation. It seems like they're just trying every opportunity they can to find a fight, to find some way to claw this gold back. Sure, if they kill Venza, you get a lot of gold. He's worth a lot, but they're just committing constantly to try and find him, and it's getting them nothing. Noodle's on a flank here. I'm not so sure that flank's going to work out. I think he's just covering the top side, the bot side, where they've got 2 members pushing, but they're pushing versus a Rift Herald.
It's the best they could really hope for. Kevo throws out the Moonlight Vigil for Vision?
Yeah.
I suppose. That's a double teleport to the bottom side, by the way. I think they're fighting, actually.
They are fighting underneath that. Tower does go down, and it looks like this is getting pretty scrappy down there. The needlework going to do a lot of work, but the towers are breaking out. Kevo loses his life once again. Quickstep? You're fighting,
guys.
This is this game.
This game's done.
Wait, is this actually game?
This game is over, Jake.
We're not getting the Dancing Herald. It will die, but they're going to tank the towers to make sure that this is going to be it. They get charge number 1.
It's going to live.
We're going to have a Dancing Herald.
It's a Dancing Herald.
19 minutes.
6 HP. Minions, don't kill it. Minion, no!
Well, that might have been an anticlimax ending to a very, very one-sided game. Dusty have shown up today as Vanir goes 0-2 to them. It is do or die now for Vanir. Their backs are